Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and to GCU Stadium, where tonight the GCU men's soccer team opens their season against the 12th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Hello and welcome to GCU men's soccer. Barry Butel alongside Kobe Jones. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, the 12th-ranked Badgers in town to lift the lid here in the season opener for the Lopes as they take on a top team coming off the Big Ten Tournament Championship. Yeah, and this is an opportunity for GCU. This is one of those times where you can knock off one of the teams that are ranked already, and all of a sudden you're looking a little bit brighter to all the decision makers out there. Lots of new faces on both of these teams. One guy coming back in his sophomore season. They'll be looking for scoring touch from one Josh Drack. Yeah, and Josh Drack, he's something special. Talking to Coach Hyman, he's going to be moved up the field. Not a natural forward, but with his ability, his scoring abilities, and his technical ability, they want that closer to the goal. They want that opportunity to, as we see, get that scoring punch and get this team on the board quickly and early. They lost Nikki Jackson, who is scheduled to join us a little bit later on in the broadcast, playing now with the MLS Colorado Rapids. They're on the defensive line. Amir Sasaverovic, he will be missed as well. Yeah, Sasaverovic, and he was one of those leaders for this GCU team. So once again, it's going to be a situation where no one player can take the place of Sasaverovic, but as a unit, they can do much better than what they've done in the past. They can work together, move up the field, and as a tandem unit, and kind of shut down these opposing teams. Now the Badgers, they got a lot of new faces as well. They've lost their top 4 scorers for Coach John Trask. They'll look to this guy, though, number 7, Mitch Qatar. Yeah, Mitch Qatar, he's a special player. He's the one that's in the midfield that has the technical ability. So expect him to come off of the front line, trying to pick up the ball from his back line and basically be the engine of this team, the creative playmaker for their side. Well, we are about to get things started here from GCU Stadium on the campus of Grand Canyon University. Stay with us. Kickoff coming up next.
Baseball's back.
And so is Sanderson Ford with Grand Slam offers like this.
Get a new Ford Ranger for only $22,500. New F-150 Super Cruise from $34,500. We've loaded up the bases with Arizona's biggest selection of new Fords.
Don't miss these straight-up offers at Arizona's largest Ford dealership, Sanderson Ford.
We're also America's most awarded Ford dealership for complete customer satisfaction. We'll treat you right.
Sanderson Ford is a proud partner of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
As a kid, I always dreamed of being a Division I athlete. GCU supported that dream, and they also allowed me to get an education. So when I came to GCU, I was able to transfer enough credits in to fast track my education. So I graduated in 3 years with a master's, and I did it debt-free because I had athletic and academic scholarships. I'm Mackenzie, and I earned my MBA from Grand Canyon University.
There's thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
Time now to send it over to the public address announcer, Paul Denuser, with our starting lineups, our prayer, and our national anthem.
Heavy fielder, a sophomore from Santon, Johannesburg, South Africa. Number 17, Marco Alfonso.
Ride with the mob.
Heavy fielder, a senior from Phoenix, Arizona. Number 20, Alex
is the name. Ben Roller did the chain. Torn off for the watch. Prezi plain Jane.
Junior from Frisco, Texas. Number 23, Austin Gay.
And do your job. Bird is the name.
Heavy fielder, freshman from Minnesota, Cyprus. Number 25, Mario Andreo.
Check doing me.
At forward, the freshman from Accra, Ghana. Number 30, Calvin Kissy.
Prezi plain Jane.
And at defender, a senior from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Number 33, Sam Gardner.
Here are tonight's Dignity Health starting lineups. Dignity Health, hello, human kindness. Head coach John Trask in his 9th season. Overall mark is 65, 65, and 26. Here's his starting lineup. In goal, Dean Cowdroy, Isaac Schlenker, Robin Olofsson, Patrick Yim, Zach Klanchik, Noah Leibol, Mitch Qatar, Alex Alfaro, Duncan Story, Chris Bruck, and Andrew Akindel. Big Ten tournament champion were the Badgers. There's Shellis Hyndman in his 4th season. Here are his starters. Corey Marquez gets the starting goal. Malik Smith, Austin Day, Sam Gardner, Alex Ramirez on the back line, Marios Andreo, Alex Radia, Marco Afonso, Jackson Jello, the midfielders, and up front, Josh Drack and Calvin Kissy.
Let's pray. Our God and Heavenly Father, we pause for this moment to honor you. We thank you for your grace, your peace, and your forgiveness. We thank you for your Son, Jesus. We thank you for these 2 universities and these competitors tonight. We thank you for the officials, and we pray that you'll keep them all safe. Bless our fans, our students. Give us a great night, we pray, for we ask it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Griffin. Standing as we now honor America with a playing of our national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by our very own Thundering Herd Pep Band under the direction of the Professor, Paul Cook. Thank you.
Time now for our 3 keys to the game, Kobe. Tonight's Sanderson Ford keys to the game. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
And we look at the keys to the game, it's really going to start off in what this game means. You know, the first game jitters, a lot of different players on both teams. So can these young players that have the opportunity to start step up, get their nerves out in those first 5 to 10 minutes and get into the game? Secondly, it's hot out here, and everybody knows it, but can you physically beat this heat? And then for GCU, Marquez's goalkeeping ability. Not only his ability in goal, shot stopping, distribution, but can he communicate with his back line and make sure that everyone stays solid and connected in front of him?
There you say, Corey Marquez gets the start in goal, the native of Mississauga, Ontario. Played 4 games a season ago. Record of 1-3, a 2.27 goals against average, had 8 saves in goal for the Lopes. Of course, Jeremy Pollard leaving the team and Corey Marquez returning. They'll look for George Tesouris also to step in after coming to the team. He's from Cyprus. They'll look for him to also see some minutes at goalkeeper for the Lopes. Wisconsin, Dean Cowdroy, they also are replacing their perennial top performer in Philip Schilling with Dean Cowdroy. He is a junior from Canberra, Australia. Cowdroy seeing his first action. As we mentioned off the top of the show, lots of new faces on both of these teams. The top 4 scorers for the Wisconsin Badgers are no longer with the team. A couple of them scoring 10 goals apiece. Majority of the goals for Coach Trask were with those top 4, of course. So he'll be looking to see who's going to step up offensively for the Badgers. 12-5-5 a year ago. Away from home, 4-4-3. I mentioned the Big Ten tournament champion. Knocked off #1 Michigan 4-zip, won 4-2 in PKs over Indiana. On the way to winning the tournament championship for the Big Ten. We are underway here at GCU Stadium. The Students are out in full force. Far side on the run, quickly there. Knocked out as the threat was applied by Kelvin Kissy. Lenchnik knocked it out. Throw in coming up from Ramirez. On the near side. Look for Kissy. Two Badgers are there. They take it up. Eckendell. On the run. Oh, the fall. Here comes Eckendell with an early threat. Inches its way into the 18. Cuts back inside. Low, and a diving save by Marquez.
Now, what an opportunity right off the bat for Wisconsin as the ball gets played through, and just a poor stab at the ball, and it goes right to the feet of Eckendell, and he has this one-on-one. Maybe takes a little bit too much time, but a great save right off the bat by Corey Marquez to keep GCU at a 0-0.
Oh, great shot right there. Marquez getting over corner, headed out by the Lopes. Ooh, a little push off there. Look for that from the Badger. Hard working, blue collar, but delivered a blow to Alfonso. Josh Drack, you saw him, number 10. There he is, looking to fill that offensive void. The left and Nikki Jackson. Nikki will be stopping up here at our broadcast location here before the end of the first half.
And that's always interesting. When you have a player like Nikki Jackson that leaves the school and he goes professional, it's difficult to find that one player. And I think between Drack and Kissy, you have the combination of the two. Drack with his shot and goal-scoring ability, and Kissy with his physical presence to help out.
Austin Day tried to get it on the run there, knocked out by the Badgers. Day's going to throw it in, far side. It's down low, past the goal line. Goal kick coming up. Past Jackson Jella. He's got some wheels, quick and fast. Coach says just needs a little improvement with his vision and that first touch. But he's got the wheels.
Well, that's always good to have, right? That's one of those things you can't coach.
That's right. That's right.
You can coach everything else, but speed, that comes in handy at times.
Oh, man, the young kid makes up for a lot. Headed out. Badgers. Schlenker, he'll leave it there. Lenchnik from Arlington Heights, Illinois. Right in your living room. Beautiful sky here in Phoenix, Arizona. Up over the top, Qatar, inched up by Alfaro. Tight traffic there, picked off by Ramirez. Lopes bring it up. Big run here, headed back up. Bible. Near side. Big run there. That'll go all the way to Marquez. Good work there by Malik Smith. Ramirez sends it up. Trying to cut back. Track. Left foot into the box. Headed out. Kissy.
Well, there's a little look of the combination of up top of what you want to see from Drack, his ability to set himself apart, just hit a yard or two, and it's a great ball in, and you can see the disappointment on Kissy's face. He knows that he could have done better with this. He's in the right position, gets his head on it, but doesn't direct that one on target towards goal. You have to try to have the keeper at least make some type of attempt, some type of save on that ball.
Kissy from Ghana battling a bit of a knee strain throughout the preseason, but he's ready to go, obviously. Ramirez to the center of the field, nobody there but a Badger. Big booted up by Qatar. Far side in front of the Lopes bench. Shella's there. Smith, rather. Nice move. Kept back in by Yim. Ooh. Going down hard, Jackson Jella.
takes a little bit of a hit there by Duncan Story on this left side. Story's playing.
Long cross. Jella battling. Hopes throw in right near that corner. Good work by Jella. Sandra Day O'Connor here locally, transferred from Portland. Day knocked out again by the Badgers. Duncan Story. A little jersey there. Two Badgers. Right through the legs. Kick back out. Lots of traffic. Lopes again with the throw in by Day.
That's a lot of good work by Kissy out there on the flank, holding up the ball.
Corner, good work by Jella.
We've had two players right now, in Jella and Kissy, that are doing excellent work and showing their strength of holding the ball with two players on their back. And that's exactly what Coach Hyman wants from these two players. Use the abilities when needed. You've got two players on your back, use your strength, hold the ball, and find the connecting pass.
Drack from the corner. Way out. Goal kick. I would think those sets, and those are going to take a little bit of time, right? The corners and...
Yeah, set pieces, it's always, I mean, you work on them nonstop. You're working on them every practice and training session, but a game-like atmosphere is just a little bit more difficult. And I think Alex Ramirez gets just caught in between on decisions on what to do. Either to try to hit that one first time, which was probably his first thought, but the pressure came out and looked to get a pass, and he got caught up between the two.
Legroy with a big boot. Lopes push it back up. Badgers will turn. Tight there for Story. Knocked out by the Lopes. Shellis Hyndman, fourth season. 487 career victories for Shellis Hyndman. Long throw in by the Badgers, headed back up by the Lopes. Drack, he's got some real estate, cuts it up, looks to his left, feeds it. Fonzo trying to bust through, can't do it. Badgers do a good job. Picked off there though by Radia. Radia back over to Ramirez. Ramirez looks up, tries to feather it. Knocked out. Badgers throw in. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, I've got your sports and weather together here. Wisconsin prepping for these triple-digit temperatures. They actually flew here on Wednesday so they could practice in the heat yesterday. And you got to think of this comparison, 100 degrees at kickoff here at GCU. Back in Madison, Wisconsin, well, it's rainy and in the 60s. So obviously the Badgers trying to prep and stay hydrated for these new elements.
We shall see as the game progresses if it's a factor.
Well, this is where you start talking about home field advantage. You know, no matter, one thing that I learned over my career, no matter how early you come in a heat like this, oh, this is...
Oh, that was a sweet move, but Drack paid for it. He's got a yellow card.
Now let's take a look at this move by Drack, right through the legs. A great move, but this coming in, you know, a yellow card is being that could easily, that's a dangerous play. That could easily have seen a red card come out.
Klenek, the sophomore from Arlington Heights, Illinois, gets the yellow.
And I think he's lucky just to get a yellow off of that one.
Drack and Jella. Right in front of the platform for the Havocs. Drack will take it. Rocket inside, up over the top. Did it hit a hand? Indeed it did. PK. Take a look.
Well, Drac puts a great ball in. It just gets a little bit of a deflection. You can see right in the middle, handball. You see all the players are calling. Now the outstretched hand, and it's Leibold that comes up with the handball. Now this is a great opportunity to see Drac confidently stepping up to try to take this penalty.
Both looking to go up 1-0 here early in their season opener. Josh Drac from Hamilton High School here in the Valley against Cowdroy. Left-footed Drac. Oh, he hits the pipe. Rebound score! On a fortuitous bounce off of the post.
Sometimes you need a little luck on your side. As Drac hits, this one's not the best first shot, not a lot of power. The placement wasn't good, but it comes off of the post, bounces right back to his feet. And a little bit of laziness from the Wisconsin team, getting there too late.
Oh. What is the call? Oh, did he not wait? Oh, we're going to need some clarification here. Whoa. What could have possibly happened? Goal kick.
Well, the issue is, and I missed it as well, it's because no one else touched it. It went off of the post and went right back to the kicker. If someone else comes in and puts it in, yes, they can score. If the keeper saves it, gets a hand on it, and it goes back to the kicker, then he can score. But someone else has to put that in. Drac can't step up and then off the post and then put it in himself.
So it was fortuitous that the Badgers weren't to the ball as quickly as... There you see it.
This just goes off of the post and right back to him, and then he's able to make that shot.
Call, Kobe.
Oh, it took me a second. I got excited.
Yeah, I got a little excited too. Tendency to do that. Fonzo out on him. Sophomore from Johannesburg. Schlenker from Milwaukee, Wisconsin with the throw-in. Lopes back in possession. Day moves to his right. Far side. Jello. Back to Day. Chips it up. Nobody home. Headed down by Jello. Up top. Brock. Back to Marquez. He goes to his left, near side. Ramirez, redshirt senior from Ireland High School in Phoenix. Some of that smoke residue from what appeared to be in a goal. Still on the field a bit. Jello, far side. Kicked up by the Badgers. This should be a corner. Look at Cowdrey. He knew right away, right? No. No, stop the fireworks. No smoke. He knew right away. I should have been paying attention to Cowdrey. Too busy yelling. Drac again in the corner. Chipped up high. Headed out. Kissing. Left foot. That's good. Another corner coming up.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. For GCU, outside of that first opportunity, that happened early on. This is how you want to play a game. You're getting corner kicks. You are creating multiple chances. The opposing team hasn't gotten into your half too much.
Nope.
You're dominating possession, and you're creating, you know, in the opponent's half.
Drack with a laser. Kicked out by the Badgers. Gardner was in there. Oh, just.
You have to wonder how long Wisconsin can withstand this pressure. They're consistently giving up these corner kicks. It's only a matter of time before a mistake happens and a clear-cut opportunity comes for GCU.
Austin Day. And Drack back over in the corner. Headed up over the top. Mario Sandroyo, Cyprus native. No score here, opening half in Phoenix. 12th ranked Wisconsin Badgers against the GCU Lopes. Top teams coming in to the stadium. Creighton. Second year of tournament eligibility for the Lopes. Jella far side. On the run, a little bit of room now. It's taken away. Mark tries to thread the needle, does! Oh, falls in the box, no call. The possession time heavily in favor of the Lopes.
And this is what you want from Yella. He's taking on two players. He's taking on the third, and it's just a little bit of stepping into his path is the only thing that keeps him from getting on the end of the ball. That will have an effect as the game continues.
Booted up over the top.
Now Yella, with his ability as he's come in on this right flank, he has sent a message to this Wisconsin side that they're going to have to mark him, not with one player, but sometimes with two, to come in and make sure that he can't take a player 1v1. So with that, that's going to open up multiple players on the team where if, as Coach Hyman said, if he gets his head up, he can make that pass to the next person, and they can be dangerous to goal.
50-50 is won by the Lopes so far. Ooh. Andreo, he's been active. Brought down. Quickly over to Day, far side. Looks inside, nobody home. Badgers. Story back over to Leibold. Leibold up on the run. Turning there. It's Bruck. Ooh. Just couldn't corral that apparently. Knocked out by Leibold. Lopes moving up the field.
Coach Trask for Wisconsin's got to be wondering how he can sort his team out to get somebody on the ball and slow the pace down in this game. This pace, where it's a little bit chaotic, where it's very quick, is all beneficial for GCU. Used to the heat, you can only imagine that they're going to wear down.
Drack peels away, coming back though quickly. It was Guitar. Hooks a little chip shot off of the chest. Kicked out by Klenek. Jella. Ball's been on his foot a lot here in the opening half. Jella trying to storm through. He's going to be called for that takedown on Yim.
A little bit difficult for Yella. Jella out wide, trying to go 1v1 from a standing position. He's got to try to get the ball at his feet, move forward a little bit, get a little bit of a running start and take on players. Every player up against him now knows that he's got pace, so they're looking to drop early when that ball goes by. So now he's got to try to switch it up. Can he cut inside? Can he wrong foot the defender? Those are things that he's going to learn as he continues to play this position out on the flank.
Knocked out. Front of the platform area where the Havocs are out in full force. Isaac Slanker, you see that captain armband on the red shirt senior. Andreo unable to tackle. Leibel trying to thread it in there. Badgers step up. Big boot up over the top by Mitch Qatar.
A little bit of a change where Qatar coming from the deeper position. He comes through and tries to have a crack from distance. That one just continues up on the rise and really doesn't test Corey Marquez in goal at all.
Moving it up, Kissy. Chipped up by the Badgers. Up off of Ramirez. Ramirez back up the field. Fonzo goes off of the lope. Atlantic to throw it in. Back out front, Qatar. Stoppage. On the Lopes. Brooks sets it up. Nicky Jackson is making his way into the broadcast location here. We'll put a headset on. The current Colorado Rapid. And have him join us here in just a moment. Into the box, knocked out. Goal kick coming up.
And dangerous ball being put into the box, and the marking's got to be a little bit better as that ball gets to ground. That's rule number one. Any set piece, you cannot allow the ball to bounce. And yes, this goes over. It's a great ball put in, but the marking's got to be better. You got to be first. And the ball should never touch the ground for the GCU defense.
Atlantic allowing it to drop. Ramirez. Far side. Day. Andreo. Gardner. Alfaro down for the Badgers. Goes inside, one touch, back out. Oh, up over the top, Alfaro. Knocking down Alex Ramirez. Ramirez, good positioning there.
Yeah, Ramirez just stepping in and shielding the ball. One of the best things I saw there was actually the read from Ramirez to quickly shift over as that first ball was being played in off of the pass.
Jella. Kissy. Chips it up high. Oh, good setup there. Cowdroy comes out and grabs it. He just flicked it up there, didn't he?
Yeah, and this is what you want to see more of from Kissy. His ability to receive the ball with his back to goal and find a way to get the turn and then try to create something. You know, this pass gets a little bit high, but now he's a striker, a number 9 type striker, big, strong, holding ability, but now he's also starting to create a little bit as well, which that is going to test the back line.
Cowdroy comes way up for the kick. And the Lopes will throw it in. Good D there by GCU. No score. 12th ranked Badgers in town. Battle Lopes. Students returning this week to campus. Classes resume next week here at GCU. Over 20,000 on campus here at GCU. Let's send it back down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, I think Coach Hyman would be very pleased with how his Lopes team has started off, really setting the tone for this team, for this game, rather, because he said coming into this game, they knew what a blue-collar team that the Badgers are and what a battle it would be, and how he thought they might be going after those 50-50 balls, but the Lopes really stepping up their game. And you know, some of these are the tangibles you can't really teach in practice. You're going up against your own teammates, you're trying not to hurt each other, so now you're going out against the opponent. Both teams obviously very excited for this, but I think the Lopes kind of flipped the script a bit on how they've come out on the attack when others might have believed it was going to be the Badgers setting that tone.
Yeah, I agree. They definitely are setting the tone here. Let's see which team comes out on top. It's been the Lopes here in the opening half in regards to possession. Here's an opportunity, busted in, back out in front, they score! Right off of that cue, Alex Radia.
This is a great little play, and you have the build-up with the overlapping run. Ramirez comes in, a fantastic ball. You can see shades of that central midfielder with the little flick inside. You have Alfonso lays the ball right across the face of goal. Not a whole lot that the Wisconsin defense can do as they're all facing their own goal. And then you have Padilla coming from the deep position, continuing his run. He's not picked up through the midfield, and then all he has to do, just tap that one inside. Absolutely brilliant build-up play for GCU. It's a complete effort all the way around from back to front. That's what you want to see, and that has got to make Coach Hyman happy.
Alex Radia. Rack was also there. They were both converging on the ball. Great job by the Lopes, who have really done a great job here in the opening half. Knocked down El Ferro, knocking down Alfonso.
Well, you couldn't ask for a much better start to the season for GCU. You know, you're coming off right now, and you're starting well in this first game against a ranked opponent. And to be quite frank, you are dominating this match and keeping this Wisconsin team on their heels.
Too heavy there for Olofsson. Goal kick coming up for Marquez. Yeah, Coach Trask was trying to, get a feel for his team. A lot of new faces, those top 4 scorers no longer with the team. But then he said they came out, they scored 6 goals in 3 exhibition games. He did say that their attack was going to take a little bit of time here to develop. Radia has the Lopes on top 1-0 opening half. Kissy pushes it up, out muscles. Kissy far side! Goal! Just out-muscled his way through. Went far corner, 2-zip.
Well, this is a long ball over the top, and you got to wonder what the defense is doing for Wisconsin. They allow the ball to drop with a player like Kissy right around the ball. He uses his strength, his power to body players up, disrupt the situation, gets to the ball first, and then it's just pure strength. And at that close in, all you got to do is get connection and pass it into the side of the net. And there is nothing that Caldroy can do at all, as Kissy shows why he is up there as that starting striker. Strength and determination and a little bit of tenacity to get that goal and make it 2-0 for GCU.
It really is a thunder and lightning combination between Kissy and Josh Drack up front for the Lopes. Yeah, Olofsson and Yim kind of had a breakdown there defensively for the Badgers, and now they're in the hole 2-zip. Tar back over. Schlenker. Baker back over to Clint Mickey. Olafson letting go, brings it up, headed back up by the Lopes. Knocked out by Story, throw in coming up for the Lopes, Austin Day.
You can see off of this play, it's the long ball in. You can see Kissy right in the middle. This long ball is going to come up here. It's coming over the top. And this is where the chaos comes, right in that area. And then it's just nothing but the back of the net and a goal.
Knocked up by the Badgers, Austin Day, far side. Day takes his time. Day. Chip up. Lopes will throw it in. Knocked off for Dia. Goes past Kissy. McIndell. Qatar. Badgers trying to put something together, down by 2. Near side, Alfaro. Alfaro moves in, chips it up. Past Ramirez. Too heavy, goal kick for Marquez.
Well, the issue for the Badgers right now is centrally. They're getting no play out of Mitch Qatar. He's got to get on the ball more. He's got to be a little bit more aggressive in trying to receive the ball. And you know what? His teammates have to find him. They've got to push the ball, force the ball into his feet. You know, he's your playmaker. He's your special player, your star. You know what? You have to find a way to bring him into the match.
Coach Trask said they got to play discipline. Don't have 2 wingbacks flying down the field. Ninth season, as I mentioned. 119, 89, and 5 overall. 54, 24, and 26 at UIC before heading to Madison. Pressure there. Wisconsin trying to mount a bit of an attack. Story deflected. Corner coming up for the Badgers. Send it down to Kate Longworth.
Kate Longworth. I have my own cheering section. I don't know about you guys. Obviously, the Havocs are in the house. And this game coming on the heels of Welcome Week here on the GCU campus as they welcomed in their biggest freshman year class to date, 7,100 students. Guys, keep it going, keep it going. They also have 12,000 students living on campus, and the student body here for the Lopes up to over 20,000. And as you can see, everyone is excited to kick off the soccer season, and in just 5 short weeks, guys, I'm sure they're going to be excited for the basketball season as well.
Corner went through the box. Driven up and out by the Lopes. Back in. Wisconsin now trying to tip the scales. Leibold. Far side. Oliver Olafson. Leibold's nice footwork. Qatar knocked off. Qatar harassed. Alfaro. Leibold looks up. Tried to dummy it. Did. Estrellas. Teammate not there to move in on Marquez. Marquez throws it up. Near side. Ramirez. Back-to-back headers for the Badgers. Ramirez back at it.
Nice pass by Alfonso behind. Kissy, Ramirez. Ramirez, a little chip, but too far for Drac. Calgary inching his way up. Radia and Kissy, the goal scorers for the GCU. Akadel. Ooh, try to move inside. Good work there by Gardner.
Well, we've finally seen this game kind of slow down a little bit. And I think this is maybe a little bit better for Wisconsin, where they can try to get on the ball a little bit more. You're seeing Mitch Guitar get on the ball. We're starting to see them have more play in their offensive half.
Throw in, headed up by the Lopes. Kicked up. Good work by GCU. Guitar. Hits the official. Drax on the run. Couldn't gain possession quickly. Radia. Whoops. It's Androya. A little sloppy right there as Aguinaldo goes down on the pitch.
Here comes Guitar coming in. He knows he's beat. It's just a little bit of a tug right there. I think that's just enough. That should be at least a talking to Guitar. They're throwing the player off. If that's a little bit of a better pass, you have a 1v1 going to goal.
Far side too far for Olafur Olafsson. Haven't had that skull chant early on. Olafur Olafsson, he's from Iceland. He probably could critique that. There's Robin Olafsson. He's from Sweden. Olafur from Iceland. A lot of SON, you know, kid from Minnesota. A lot of Johnsons, Andersons,
a lot of
Johanssons.
Some uns.
Yeah, you betcha. Rayner looks inside. Drayo. Ooh, up over the top. 20-year-old freshman from Cyprus, Mario Sandroyo.
See, this is Lehner coming in, just getting out onto the field and giving a decent run down the sideline. It's a decent cross in, it gets deflected out, and then just another shot from distance, a little bit hopeful, but still testing.
Fonzo inside, beyond Drac. Olafsson. Cowdroy. Off the mark in front of the Badgers. Bennett Lehner to go chase it down. I'm sure Coach Trask is overly excited about this opening half. Charles Sprague is on the field. Surprise, surprise. We were wondering about Sprague. New Zealand native has done quite a bit of traveling the last couple of days. Back to Marquez. Far side, plenty of room. There's Sprague.
Now Now the Kiwi Sprague. A lot of compliments from Coach John Trask about him. Wasn't quite sure if he was going to be playing, but I think when you're down 2-0, you know, you gotta make do. Bring the young man in and see if all the hype is real.
Later, ooh. Right.
You have to wonder how much traveling he's done over the past couple of weeks.
Oh, could you imagine?
Going in.
I think he was in, he went New Zealand, Fiji, back to New Zealand, and then to Phoenix. Or he might have, I think he went to Madison, had like the medical.
The medical, then came here. I think he might be on a different time schedule than the rest of us.
He's young. Alfonso will take the corner. Headed out by the Badgers. Alfonso, Drac leaves it there for Adia. Alfonso, nice passing. Corner coming up.
Oh, what an opportunity. This is 1-2 combination going on here. Alfonso, 1-2 combination, just pass it through. No one stays with Alfonso. You know what? I want Alfonso to be a little bit more greedy there. Go directly to goal and take that tough shot from the angle.
Alfonso chips it into the box. Headed over. Far side, Ramirez puts it back into the box. Headed back out by the Badgers. Ramirez will take it back. Five corners for the Lopes, 2 for the Badgers. Cowdroy, Canberra, Australia, the junior, steps in for Philip Schilling. Your all-world goalkeeper last year, leading the Badgers to that Big Ten tournament championship. They won the Big Ten. They beat UIC to open up the NCAA's 4-1. They beat Notre Dame 1-0 before eventually losing to Akron 3-2 in overtime. For Coach Trask, they had to be pleased with an overall mark of 12-5-5. They knocked off top team in Michigan handily 4-0 in the Big Ten tournament to open things up. Beat Indiana 4-2 on PKs. Big Ten should have some quality teams again. They're predicted, at least preseason-wise, right around the same area that the Lopes are, right around 5 or 6. No doubt because of a lot of new faces on the respective teams. Oh, trying to keep that in, but doing a good job going after it. Glennick throws it in for the Badgers. Up over the top. Big Ten preseason rankings, as I mentioned, for the Badgers. There they sit at number 5. Indiana, Michigan State, Maryland, Michigan. Good programs in the Big Ten. Welcome in Nikki Jackson in just a second here. Kobe, of course, got to see Nikki in action against the LA Galaxy, calling that game for the Galaxy. Knocked out by Marquez. Nikki picked up his 2nd goal of the season. We welcome you in. Nikki, welcome back to GCU.
Thank you, thank you.
Good to see you. How about your Lopes here?
Oh, they're doing great. It's a great start. Great start. I love it.
You know, we were Badgers moving up, shot off the mark. I don't know if somebody tipped that or not. Looks like, yep, goal kick. Ooh, a little flash of lightning in the distance as well. Nikki, congratulations, first of all. You pick up your second goal. I know Kobe was calling that game.
Yeah, it was a great feeling getting that second goal.
Yeah, and your debut was what, the 900th career goal for Colorado, I believe, or somewhere around that mark. It was a milestone goal. In your debut performance, the weather was a little chilly against New England in that one. How did that feel, though? That had to be just fantastic.
Definitely for me as a rookie coming in, getting my debut for the first game. Definitely as a striker, breaking that barrier, getting the first goal, getting out of your system, and just letting loose and be able to play. So it was very nice getting that goal out of the way, the first goal. So now it made it a little bit easier going into other games, not having the pressure on my shoulders saying like, hey, let me get this goal. But now that I got it, it's made it a lot easier for me going into games and making a difference.
Well, Nikki, I know everybody out there wants to know, and you're there now, I've been there. How's the transition going from the college game going into the professional game, and the demands that are put upon you, not only as a professional athlete, but also trying to balance out that social side as well?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of temptations, definitely a lot of things that can distract you and keep you from not focusing on the bigger picture. But the demands for the game is a lot higher than college. There's a lot more acts upon you, a lot more pressure, not only from your coaches, but then going from college to a professional environment, you have the fans and the media, the public that have a say. So there's a lot of things that come into play when you transition from it. But having some of that, some of the team like Tim Howard, he's been very helpful for me, and he kind of took me under his wing, so he believes in me a lot. So I love having that guy by my side.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, who are the ones that are kind of like your mentors? You know, and I know Tim very well, and I'm sure he's been fantastic because he has a lot of experience. But outside of Tim Howard, he's a goalkeeper, man, right? Are there someone on the field that is helping you out?
Also Giles Barnes, he just came into the team, striker. He's a very successful career. He's been very helpful for me coming in. He thinks I'm like a younger version of him when he's younger, but Giles has been very helpful. Jack Price, Tommy Smith, all those guys they believe in me and they believe my abilities, and so they've been helpful with me on and off the pitch, and how to take care of my body and how to make sure I'm ready to go for the games. And when I'm in the games, always cheer me on and making sure, like, if I'm doing something wrong, they can get on top of me. If I'm doing something right, they're going to make sure I know. So, I mean, it's awesome having those guys by my side. Definitely for my rookie season, it's made it a lot easier for me.
And last thing for me, the first time you stepped on the field as a professional, I know you said that you came off of the bench, right? What did that feel like as the coach said, okay, you're going in?
It was funny. Before I came in, the coach was like, Hudson was like, who do you think is going to score the 900th goal? And I was like, if you put me in, I'm scoring. So I came in, and just happened my first touch was the goal, but it was awesome. It was a great feeling. Loved it. Unfortunately, we came off with a loss, but definitely for me as my career and a player, as a striker and a rookie, it was really good for me to get on the pitch and be able to get that first goal out of the way.
Dixie Jackson, our guest, of course, great career here at GCU, 41 goals in your career here. What did this program do for you to get drafted in the 4th round and now play professional?
Definitely having Chelis come in from being the coach. He was MLS Coach of the Year at one point, coaching MLS for quite some time. So he definitely realized I had the ability to play in MLS. So he started to treat me more like a professional. So definitely made it a lot easier for me coming out of college into the pros when I had Chelis by my side telling me, like, hey, when you're training every day, it needs to be tough, because for the pros now, like, every training is competitive, it's hard, and that's how it has to be. And some days, like in college, like, you take some days off, and like in the pros that you can't do that, you won't see the field at all. So definitely having Chelis by my side and kind of mentoring me throughout my last 2 years at GCU was very helpful, very helpful.
Shot off the mark. Marquez coming up with a goal kick. Nikki Jackson, our guest here, of course, playing with the Colorado Rapids. You got a game against Real Salt Lake, I guess, tomorrow. You'll be jetting off tomorrow for that one, so it's great that you're here for the season opener. Some big shoes to fill. Josh Drack, Kissy steps up, gets a goal here, but how do you see this team offensively, and you're kind of handing off the reins in regards to offense for this team?
It's awesome having Josh Drack there, coming off freshman of the year last year. He's done a really good job as a sophomore, a young player, kind of taking on that pressure as trying to be the new top goal scorer and be out there and leading the team to victory. So he's done a good job. He's played well, and then haven't really seen much of Kissy, but seeing him out there, he looks like another version of me. So I mean, love seeing him out there. He's doing well. Got his first goal in the first game of the season, so that's always a great start as any striker. You want to get that goal all the way, and it keeps rolling in. So yeah, the attack looks good right now. I'm excited to see what else they have.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time and coming out to see the season opener, for joining us here tonight. If I'm correct, tomorrow is a big day for you, your birthday.
Oh,
so
yeah,
happy birthday to
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Happy birthday, man. Thank you very much.
And thanks so much. And certainly we're represented at GCU in an exemplary way. Thank you, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, let's send it down to the field. Kate Longworth with Chellis Hyman. We're at the half.
All right, thank you guys. Well, congrats. Coach, right now it's looking great on the scoreboard. What stands out to you with the way your team was able to go out there, establish the intensity in this game?
You know, I think a lot of it is that we've worked hard on our pressing game, where we're trying to put them under some pressure. They're a very good team as far as doubling up and getting us into trouble, so we're trying to get that ball off our foot. But I really think a lot of it is just a hard work and attitude right now.
And so heading into halftime, what will be your message to the team? Because how do you come out and match that level of play you showed in the first half?
You know, in soccer, the worst score you can have is 2-0. And that's what I'm going to be warning them about. You know, because what happens if they score a goal, then they have the momentum, they have the belief, and then you lose that. So what we have to do is we have to play smart. We got to keep them under pressure. We know that they have to come forward. So maybe we can do what we were trying to do, is a little bit on the counterattack.
All right, well, we wish you best of luck in the second half.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, first half in the books here for the Lopes in their home opener. They have won their previous 4 straight home openers, looking to make it number 5. We'll return in just a few moments.
All right, 2-0, Radia and Kissy, the goal scorers for the Lopes. Over the Badgers, we'll be back with more of our halftime festivities from GCU Stadium on the campus of Grand Canyon University in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona.
Baseball's back.
And so is Sanderson Ford with Grand Slam offers like this.
Get a new Ford Ranger for only $22,500. New F-150 Super Cruise from $34,500. We've loaded up the bases with Arizona's biggest selection of new Fords.
Don't miss these straight-up offers at Arizona's largest Ford dealership, Sanderson Ford.
We're also America's most awarded Ford dealership for complete customer satisfaction. We'll treat you right.
Sanderson Ford is a proud partner of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Hey, welcome to GCU. You're in Lope country now.
What's that sound?
We bring the thunder in the heart of Phoenix.
All right, time to go. Beam me up, Scotty. Here at the Lopes Lab, when we're not contemplating the paradoxes of time travel, hey, Mort, greetings. We're working on technology that will save lives. And robots.
We're being hacked!
Time to get to work. I'm defending against malware and hacker attacks. We need people who can outsmart the enemy. Oh, I got you now. And?
It's all good. Through our robust networks of strategic assets, we provide widespread logistical solutions. Also, synergy and blockchain. We're soup to nuts. Influencers.
What happens after Gen
it's
Z?
It's the Uber of Ubers. My plan makes sure goods get
4:30, that's a wrap.
Here at GCU, we teach you to harness your passion, transform it into a career so you can help change the world.
I'm getting my master's in education online. I can't slow down time, but I do make my own schedule. Good thing too, since I'm a mom, wife, student, and teacher. The rest of my time, I make sure this house keeps rolling. No! Ball! No ball!
It takes grit and determination to lead a Division I team. But for some of us, it just comes naturally.
When it comes to school spirit, we do it best. Lopes up. Lopes up.
Lopes up.
At GCU, we do a lot of soul searching.
There's a thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Be the thunder, be the change that you needed.
Be the thunder.
2-0 the Lopes over the Badgers here at the half. Well, it's a long way from home for GCU sophomore golfer Siri Pachana. But after a freshman campaign that saw Siri lead the team to its first ever NCAA tournament appearance, win the WAC championship individual title, make the WAC first team, and was voted the WAC Freshman of the Year, it looks like Siri made the right choice to attend Grand Canyon University.
I'm from Bangkok, Thailand. What brought me here is golf, obviously. My dad brought me here to play in a summer tournaments. He loved golf so much. Then he just take lessons from the textbook. Like he have the whole shelf of the golf magazine. When he first teach me, he just read it out from the book. I started when I was 9, and then I started competing at 10. It was 2016 when I met Coach Bowers up in Seattle when I was playing with one of the recruits. We gave each other's contacts, and then we just scheduled a visit. We were walking through the campus, so Coach Bowers is talking, and then I was just translating to my dad. We talked, and then oh, I like this place, and I committed. I'm just so grateful that I have such a great dad, and he's always been there through thick and thins. It's really hard for me to be separated from him because all 8 years he's almost with me 24/7. I feel like he's my other half. He's the one who brought me here. He's the one who started my career. He started it and he just have to let it go. Trusting me and my coaches that they will route me in the right way. I'm trying to go pro from here, so I'm doing my best to keep improving. Everything here at GCU is just preparing me for my future and preparing me to go out there in the world, and I'm gonna make him proud. Favorite moments? I would say that championship putt. I try not to focus that it's all on me because I don't want to put all the pressures on myself, but I kind of know that I need to make it. Everything was just shaking and I'm like, ooh, wow, this is the hardest one-footer in my life ever. I have never had that moment before for my entire life. I can't. Well, when we were doing the interview, after the round, I really have no words to say. It's just, wow. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of the team, and these are such a big goals that we accomplished for this year, and I still can't find the words to describe it.
Congratulations to Siri and the now defending Western Athletic Conference champion women's golf team. Let's send it down to the field. Kate Longworth is with Pastor Tim Griffin.
All right, thank you very much, Barry. And I know you're coming off a very busy week here on campus. Move-in week, welcome week. What did all the events entail for you, and what was going on here on campus for the students?
Well, my whole staff was involved. We had 900 leaders, student leaders involved with Move In, and about 2,500 total volunteers moved in, about 10,000 students. Wow. So it was an incredible week. Just to see this student body come together, either being moved in or serving and supporting their fellow students, it was a phenomenal week. Great way to get the year started.
Yeah, and I saw on social media, everyone chipping in. Dan Marley was out there with his team, Nicole Powell out there with her team. And for you personally, what are you anticipating with the upcoming school year?
Well, we had such great growth this year as we have in the last few years, and our engagement programs are just going through the roof. We have so many wonderful students that are coming to the university that want to initiate programs and clubs and activities, and it makes it really easy for us as a staff because students are so engaged. So I'm anticipating our club numbers to really go through the roof. They've been steadily climbing every year, but I just think our student clubs and organizations are going to be really phenomenal this year.
Yeah, it seems that GCU really provides the platform for students to explore whatever their passion is. So first, high school students at home watching this broadcast or who talking to friends trying to decide where to go to college, why would you encourage them to look into GCU? What is the experience they would get as a student here?
Well, the academic support is second to none. I mean, it's just incredible what we do from an academic affairs standpoint to really help a student be successful in the classroom. The other thing that we've worked really hard on is to provide students a wonderful student engagement opportunity outside of the classroom. So you can see by tonight's attendance that we have students that want to do things outside of the classroom and to be involved with each other and different activities around campus. So if a student wants a well-rounded university experience, I think they really ought to look at GCU.
And you'd be hard-pressed to find a sporting event that you are not at. I know you started your career earlier in your career. You worked for NASCAR. What is it about sports that makes you so passionate and the draw to it?
Well, I played sports in high school as a baseball player and went to college and played. And so I kind of have it in my bloodstream. Both my boys came here student athletes, and so that's how we got introduced to GCU. So I'm a gym rat, I'm a field rat, I don't know what you call them, but I just love athletics, I love sports. Brian probably should be considered the #1 fan, but I'm giving him a run for it. So I really enjoy watching the kids compete and being a part of the fan base here.
Yeah, it seems from the top, the leadership here at GCU, to the students, too, from the top to the bottom. A lot of pride here in athletics, and there's a reason why. There's a lot to cheer about, and there's a lot to cheer about tonight in the men's home opener. When we come back, Barry and Kobe join us with highlights and much, much more. GCU on top right now, 2-0 over Wisconsin.
Each of us has a purpose. We are destined to do something meaningful, not only to support our loved ones, but to positively impact our communities throughout the country. What do you think a private Christian education looks like? Grand Canyon University graduates 25,000 students yearly and offers more than 225 high-quality programs across 9 colleges. Find your purpose at GCU. Visit gcu.edu.
Baseball's back.
And so is Sanderson Ford with Grand Slam offers like this.
Get a new Ford Ranger for only $22,500. New F-150 Super Cruise from $34,500. We've loaded up the bases with Arizona's biggest selection of new Fords.
Don't miss these straight-up offers at Arizona's largest Ford dealership, Sanderson Ford.
We're also America's most awarded Ford dealership for complete customer satisfaction. We'll treat you right.
Sanderson Ford is a proud partner of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Back in Phoenix, where the Lopes are on top of the Badgers 2-0 at the half in this season opener. Ray Vitale, Kobe Jones, Kate Longworth with you here from Phoenix, Arizona, and a good opening half if you're a Lopes fan.
Yeah, and especially for this side, the way that they've come out, I think they answered the questions of if they're ready for the first game of the season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They really had the possession of the ball. Let's take a look at our opening half highlights brought to you by Dignity Health. Marquez with a stop of Akindel.
Yeah, and this is Akindel coming in. I got to give Malik Smith a lot of credit of holding up Akindel just enough where he can't get enough power on the shot. And that's probably the only mistake that GCU made in the first half, because then on the other side of things, everything was fabulous. Drac putting the ball in, just a miss header by Kesey, but then off of the one penalty opportunity, you think here that it's going to be a goal, but no, because it's off the post right back to himself. And yeah, he knows about it. He knows. He's making the call. He was better than us on that one.
I know, better than me for sure.
And then you have one of the opportunities, Guitar coming in from a deep line position, one of the few times he got on the ball in a forward position, and that was some of the problem for Wisconsin, because here we go, GCU, combination play all the way around, Ramirez finding Alfonso, and then the ball going all the way through to Padilla from a deep lying run. He has all the Wisconsin defenders facing their own goal. Padilla sneaks in, pop, pass into the side of the net. Absolutely fabulous team goal for GCU. And then it just gets better. A long ball over the top, and then this is just individual effort by Kissy all over the place, showing his power and strength and, hey, goal scoring ability. That's what you got to do when you're the striker. Put the ball in the back of the net.
Radia and Kissy getting the goals. As you look at the corners, heavily in favor. Also shots on goal in favor of the Lopes. Fouls, 8
for the Badgers, 2 for the Lopes. That opening half definitely in control were GCU in this opening half. That offense, and Kissy in particular with Drac, it's quite the combination.
Yeah, it's clicking, and that's what's important. And it's rare to find, on the offensive side, two players that are just really starting to play to each other to start off so well. Because let's remember, this Wisconsin team ranked number 12 in the nation. So that right now, GCU, they're sending a message out there, like we said at the beginning, to all the people making decisions. Well, hey, take a look at us.
All right, we're inching ever so closer to the start of the second half. Stay with us. The Havocs are 2-0. The Lopes over the Badgers.
It takes grit and determination to lead a Division I team. But for some of us, it just comes naturally.
Baseball's back.
And so is Sanderson Ford with Grand Slam offers like this.
Get a new Ford Ranger for only $22,500. New F-150 Super Cruise from $34,500. We've loaded up the bases with Arizona's biggest selection of new Fords.
Don't miss these straight-up offers at Arizona's largest Ford dealership, Sanderson Ford.
We're also America's most awarded Ford dealership for complete customer satisfaction. We'll treat you right.
Sanderson Ford is a proud partner of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
We are getting ready for second half where Lopes fans are hoping it's more of the same right now. GCU on top of Wisconsin, 2-0 at the break. I'm Kate Longworth. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am joined now by some Havocs leaders, Jake Bradshaw, Shelby Langston, joining me right now. And if you're at home, hopefully you're feeling the atmosphere here, and it's because of these guys. They are the student body fan section here at each and every GCU athletic game, and you can feel it, I feel like, on the TV. You definitely feel it when you're here at the stadium or inside the arena. And now Welcome Week is behind you guys. You have your first sporting event. What has been going on? Because I know it was topped off by a big Lopepalooza last night. Take me through what your week has been like.
Oh, our week has been incredible. Tons of energy. It's so fun. All the freshmen are coming here, and they get to have their first experience with the Havocs last night at Lopepalooza. It's been incredible. They even said we put the power out because of how loud we were. And that was pretty cool to see everyone rally. Everyone knew what to do right away. They turned their phone lights on, and we had fun anyways. So it was a really cool experience, and it's fun to see all these new freshmen fit in right away with the Havocs.
So literally, Lopepalooza, fans gathered, students gathered at the arena. Power went out.
Yes. Yeah, the power went out, and I'm telling you, this is the only Spirit Programs group, the only student section that could keep a party going for that long without power. I mean, the band, cheer, dance, thunder, it was incredible. And then, of course, the Havocs just keeping the energy up and then even lighting the arena for us. I mean, it's amazing.
Absolutely incredible. Barry, Kobe, we know it's the Havocs that bring the energy here to the GCU sporting scene. Guys.
No doubt about it. Grand Canyon University Men's Soccer on Your View, presented in part by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. And by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Barry Butel, Kobe Jones, Kate Longworth. So glad you could join us here from Phoenix, Arizona, with the Lopes on top. 2-0. Radia and Kissy, the goal scorers in the opening half. Heavily in favor of GCU as they take on the 12th ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Far side, Qatar's knocked from behind. That'll be the Badgers. Free kick. See what Coach Trask had to say to the Badgers at the half and see how they respond here early on. Game time temperature was 101. As Kate mentioned earlier, I believe it was about 60 degrees and rainy conditions in Madtown. Badgers moving the ball in. Shot down by the Lopes. Drac. Lopes far side. Fonzo looking to send it on the cross. Later. Boom! Oh! Just up over the top. With Bennett Laner.
Oh, what a look. What a look. Alfonso puts a great ball over the top, and this is just effort by Leonard just going after the ball, and he has a good look at this. He's just got to try to get that one on target, but it just pulls wide. But those long balls have been threatening to the back line of Wisconsin throughout this match. So GCU's got to continuously try that. Get the ball to Afonso on the left, Ramirez on the left, and see if they can swing a ball across field, because that seems to be where Wisconsin is lacking.
I wonder here in the second half if fatigue will set in with Wisconsin, where the Lopes have been training here, of course. They did spend time in California training as well. Far side, Afonso. Hard there, good work there by Schlenker. Ackendell. Knocked out by the Lopes. Ackendell will leave it there for Kleinick. Leibold. Can't get it up. Qatar turns back around. Faro there for the Badgers. Badgers regroup.
The Badgers are being a little bit more patient in this second half, holding on to the ball. If it's not on, bringing it back and keeping possession. That kind of works into their favor, and I think they saw towards the end of the first half, they have more play in GCU's defensive half, so they're going to try to start this half the same way.
Knocked out there by Robin Olofsson. Near side, Austin Day is going to make his way over to pick it up. Frisco, Texas native. Junior. Knocked back out. They'll do it all over again. Move it up a little bit. Kissy. Can't get it through. Good D there. Ackendell. Qatar. Leaves for Leibold. Leibold. Far side. Schlenker. Olafur Olofsson. Knocked out off the ball. Afonso. Ramirez. Back out. Bradia. He'll go near side. Day. Day keeps it in.
That's
crosses the center line.
Sorry, that's just great play from GCU all the way around, of gaining possession of the ball, having two defenders close down, and then getting that possession and changing the point of attack. It's so difficult to defend that. If you can't get around the ball and you're chasing the whole time, that's just going to make this Wisconsin team wilt.
Kissy. Chip. Cowder.
A lot more time on the ball than I think Kissy realized. He was wide open at the flank where he could actually walked it in about 5-6 yards. This is where I think you're starting to see, at least on the defensive side, this Wisconsin team start to wilt a bit. Probably, as we mentioned, feeling the heat.
Good move by Olafur Olofsson. Badgers thought it was their ball, but indeed will be the Lopes. There you see Olafur. Ramirez, nice by Ackendell. Near side to Day. Day's going to turn, give it back to his goalkeeper, Marquez. Smith. Day right by you. Gives it up to the Badgers. Leibold. Qatar. Atlantic, and back to Cowdroy. Definitely slower tempo here to begin the second half.
And this is all the doing of Wisconsin. And there's one thing to be, to bring the pace down and play at a little bit of a slower pace, but you don't want to get complacent, because you can find yourself getting into a situation where you don't have an urgency within the match, is what Wisconsin needs at this point, being down 2 goals.
6,648 in attendance. It broke the old record of 6,402 here at GCU Stadium. Droyo takes some friendly fire.
You get a feeling with that record that every year it's going to keep increasing year
with the
after
enrollment.
year. More and more students coming out for this opening match, and it's such a perfect time when you have the opening week and all the students starting to come back.
Great opportunity to make some new friends. Over 7,000 freshmen, part of the 12,000 that are living here on campus. With the addition of commuters, on-campus enrollment over 20,000.
It's going to make you wonder years down the line how many of these students say, yeah, we became friends, at the opening soccer match.
Yep. Ton of events here opening week. The soccer team, part of Lopapalooza last night at the arena. Packed over 7,000 at the arena. Drac. Ramirez. Back over to Josh Drac, the sophomore from Hamilton High School in Chandler. Tom Dratzman and Jonathan Snyder, a couple of crew members, Cox employees, have freshmen here at Grand Canyon University. Of course, Jonathan, an alum. Great to see the legacy continue. Nice work by the Lopes Day.
That's good work defensively from the Lopes defense, just dropping in and then closing in on the player between Day and Smith. They're just shutting things down.
Ackendell. Ooh, look there inside for Sprague. We were wondering and talked to Coach Trask earlier in the week about Charles Sprague. And he was really wondering if he was going to be able to get him in the game. You see him here late in the opening half and here early on in the second. He'll be a player to watch for the Badgers. On the run, Sprague with Smith. Back to Marquez. Drac knocked off by the Badgers. That's going to be Rickett Yim knocking down Drac.
The Lopes have to be happy about that. A long ball that comes over the top, falls to the feet of a player like Drac with no pressure on it, where he's allowed to bring that ball down. And that's where you got to question the Wisconsin back line, their continuity and their understanding of what they need to be doing back there. You can't let the ball drop. Someone's got to get up and challenge.
Schellisheim, fourth season, looking for his 488th career victory.
It's not a bad number of victories.
No. Long-time SMU head coach, FC Dallas, MLS Coach of the Year. Kevin Doyle is on his staff, as well as Chizo Mosnia. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, who's the boss of this Lopes team? It might not be who you expect. It's not Coach Hyman. In fact, he lets the players police themselves. They have a 6-player leadership council with 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, 2 seniors, and he uses the players, the student athletes, to hold each other accountable. They kind of make their own guidelines. They set the priorities for that they wanted this team to have, the goals, kind of a team effort from a peer standpoint. And Kobe, you've been on a lot of teams throughout your career, from child to high school to playing pro. And from your standpoint, what would that be like? Or have you been a part of a team like that where the coach kind of takes a step back and lets the players see how they'll run themselves?
Yeah, this is exactly, you know, why like players like Nikki Jackson said they like being under Coach Hyman. That's a professional atmosphere where you have to be an adult and you have to set your own rules. And if you can't live by those, you know, your peers will decide what's going to happen to you. A coach is here to coach you and to be better. And yes, in the college atmosphere, there's more to it than that on the social side. But this is one of the steps to being a responsible, you know, part of society, an adult, to be able to handle and control yourself. So I've been part of that, and I think it's an absolutely fabulous idea that he's put into place.
Yeah, this leadership council, they draft the rules, I guess, for the team. Akindel moves in, right hand up top. That was a rocket up in the upper 90. Akindel. And as coach Shellis Hyman told Kate at halftime, the 2-0 lead is dangerous.
Now take a look at this. And Mitch Katari talked about the special player. Watch this pass. He's looking one way, but he finds this ball to Akindel. And now you've got 2 players going towards goal. And this is from the most inopportune angle as he's able to roof this one at the near post. And it's just that little touch away from the defender. And then he's able to find that one, place it into the upper V, and makes it so difficult for Corey Marquez to make any type of save.
Day. Looking for that return from Jella. Knocked out.
Well, let's see how this young GCU team responds now. Now you're under a little bit of pressure. You know, as Coach Hyman said, he probably told him 2-1, the most dangerous, and now the momentum's all in favor of the Badgers. Can GCU withstand this initial pressure? Can they continue to play and create some chances going forward without giving up any more in the back?
Shellis Hyman talking to Jaime Delor from Buenos Aires, Argentina, making his way over. He'll be checking into the game. Lopes lead cut in half. Back though to that leadership council, they make the rules and then the other players have to sign it. And that kind of makes it where, you know, you basically are just disqualified if you break a rule, you know, because you put your name on a piece of paper and you agreed to adhere by the rules set by the leadership council and the rest of your teammates. So it's great.
And here's the little look, and this little separation here, Akindel, he's wide open, and really Smith has got to get tighter. He's got to be able to step up there, and now he's in a precarious position where he's running backwards, players coming at you at pace. There's not a whole lot you can do to stop Akindel from getting a shot off.
Set play here, Drac. Like Jella's going to come over. They've been working on this in practice. Really set for this season opener. Drac takes it in the box. Gets through.
There's going to be questions off of a play like that on both sides, because both coaches are wondering how that ball, and I know I've said this 3 or 4 times, bounces in the box, that no one gets a head on it or connects. That's unheard of, and it's got to be better on the offensive side and the defensive side, so for both teams.
I was a parent of club soccer daughters. That drives me crazy. Get on the ball.
Well, if it drives you crazy, imagine what it's doing to these coaches on the sideline.
That is a prime goal scoring opportunity. Libel. Whistle called. Andreo. Or rather, check that. Sam Gardner.
Let's take a look. Libel coming in, and Gardner just stands his ground. Just trips him up a little bit. And that's an easy call for the referee.
Gardner at 6'4". Headed out. Guitar back over to Schlenker. Badgers tipping the scales a bit here in the second half. That's what a defending Big Ten champion team that got a talking to by their head coach. They've responded well here. From room. Drack. Daylor checks in for Alfonso. Keep an eye on Jaime Delor from Argentina. Number 9. Ramirez to throw it in. He'll take it back, has some room. Yanchina in. Takes the return from Daylor. Daylor tries to pick it up. Chip up. Caldroy had to come out. Drack was cutting in. Near side. Olsen. Alfaro. Rock knocked off. Jella. Day. Jella. Got Radia. Radia in the wing. Cuts back. Corner.
A little bit better from GCU now. Tactically, a shift. They've actually brought Drack out to the left side. Delor has actually gone up top. So Drack being brought into more of a natural position as a left midfielder where he can roam and tuck inside. So that allows GCU to have more numbers in the midfield where they were starting to get overrun a little bit by Wisconsin. So now things might change a little bit more as they get a little bit of spark up top also with Jaime Delor.
8th corner coming up. Drack knocked out by the Badgers. On the run, Qatar. Pushed back by Day to Marquez. Wait for some support. Radia and Kissy scoring for the Lopes in the opening half. Akindel for the Wisconsin Badgers here, the lone goal of the second half. Kissy off his body. Delor. Near side. Track. Knocked off by Qatar. Andreo. Smith. Near side. Day. Crosses the center line. He's got some room. Pushes up.
Here's a look as this ball comes in, and this one gets cleared off of the line. That's how you're supposed to do it. You know, get it into the ball, attack it, clear that one out. Trying to go to that near post spot, a little bit difficult with the numbers that Wisconsin has, you know, sitting right at that near 6.
Robin Olofsson. Back to Cowdroy. Back and forth it goes. Looks up near side. One touch, Yim. Back up. Up over the top of the head. Alfaro. Jella knocked down. Free kick coming up. Down to Kate.
All right, guys. Well, the Lopes, the middle of the pack when it comes to the WAC preseason coaches poll. But those watching tonight's first half, well, they might want to keep their eyes out for the Lopes this season. Seattle U leading the way in that top spot, followed by UNLV. And then it's Air Force, who did fall short tonight at Virginia Tech, followed by San Jose in the 4th spot, Utah Valley rounding out the top 5. UTRGV fell short tonight at home to St. Francis. Meanwhile, Cal Baptist was victorious on the road at St. Peter's.
Thank you, Kate.
So far, things looking pretty good for GCU.
Amaroli in the game for the Lopes. International flavor being represented here. France to Argentina. Kissy moving in. Oh, good play there. He's going to be dangerous.
And this is a nicely weighted ball put in by Drac. You know, well, the one problem there, Kissy doesn't get his body, you know, in between the ball and the defender, so allows that ball to be cleared out for the corner. But a great run, and once again, a combination and understanding between Drac and Kissy.
Drac. Trying to keep the peace. In the box. Cleared out. Guitark overruns it. Stopped. Gardner can't get it for the Lopes. Sliding. Nice move. Drac now. Ramirez. Official.
Yeah, it looks like the ball went out of bounds off of that corner earlier on. The referee missed it, but the assistant referee caught it. So they're just bringing it back to restart the game.
Back to Cowdroy. One goal lead now for GCU. Olofsson. Badgers trying to mount an attack. Backing down. Dangerous. Let's send it back down to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, we know football is the top sport when it comes to lands far and near, and the Lopes have taken advantage of that international interest in the game, recruiting from all places. They have 3 players from Canada, 3 from Cyprus. Julian, number 11, he watched France do well in the World Cup. He's here sporting a Lopes uniform tonight. We got Bert Wilton from England, Mexico, Japan, Ghana, South Africa, you name it. They're suited up in a Lopes uniform, guys.
The Havoc sport the flags of many nations on their platform.
It's fitting, isn't it? It's the international game.
Yep. Recruiting now. A lot of it done on YouTube. Amazing to talk to some of the coaches and look at video, and they check times, and especially in some of those sports, whether it be swimming or track. It's an opportunity for international players to play collegiately on the run. Jella moves in. Look at Jella with a rocket. Oh, just got a hand on it, tipped it. Cowdroy, Drac was there. Oh, there's a missed opportunity, and Jella knows it.
Oh yeah, he knows he could have done better with this one. And once again, I see it from this wing position. Jella is breaking through. He is waiting. He's just skirting that offside line. He gets in here. Not the best first touch, which makes him go a little bit wider than he wants. And I would like to see him be more direct, use his pace to even go closer in so he can make that decision of a shot or find his teammate when he's like 4 or 5 yards away from goal. And then all the pressure is on the goalie and the defenders to try to do something. That was a little bit of a difficult angle and distance to get that shot on target for him.
Smith and Akindel battling it out. Good move by Andreo. Drac. More for the Lopes. Andreo. Near side. Just got there. Alfaro. Scramble for it. Leibold. Here come the Lopes. Drac. Peels away. Ramirez. Qatar for the Badgers. Droyo got a foot on it. Tried to keep it in. Oh. Called out.
Here's a look as Jella has this ball, and just that touch, it's got to be more direct towards goal. And you see, as he keeps going towards that inline and wide, he's taking away his own angle. If he's a little bit more direct towards goal, that allows him to have that near post and far post to pick from. And also his teammates that are coming in behind him. It could just be a quick little touch, side foot into the back of the net.
Cramping going on with the Lopes. U.S. Soccer preseason coaches poll. Stanford on top, Indiana, North Carolina, Akron, Wake Forest. The Lopes will be taking on Akron, Louisville, Michigan State, SMU, Butler, and Duke. As you see, Michigan State, Indiana right there representing the Big Ten. Rounding out the Clemson, Wisconsin right there at number 12. Seattle University at number 22 from the Western Athletic Conference. Did I miss UCLA in there, or where were they? Is that a?
I didn't see him in there.
Did I? Yeah. Sorry. How is the Pac-12 and soccer overall? We talk about the Big Ten, obviously, with Indiana's there. And
yeah, the Pac-12 has had many years of being having multiple teams,
for sure.
in the top. When it's all said and done, you look at this GCU team and the teams that they get a chance to play against that are in that top 10 or 20. I said it before, I'll say it again. It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to set the tone, and so far, they're looking pretty good.
It was great. Lopes took on UCLA in a preseason matchup in California. Bruins came out on top 2-0. Baylor turns. Tries to find some room. Knocked up by the Badgers after Baylor tried to weave his way through 3 Badgers.
Now, it's pretty interesting. We saw some players cramping up, and they were GCU players. There was the talk about from Coach Hyman that this Wisconsin team was probably a little bit more fit than them. That GCU, they probably weren't as fit as they needed to be at the start of this season. So we're going to see, some players possibly going down, some cramping. But the question is, can they push through it? And how can Coach Hyman handle that with the changes necessary to keep the pace of this game up? Because they look like the better team when they're consistently pushing the pace of this game.
Guess he can't retain possession. Roll kick. Quickly. Cowdroy. Daylor check back out. Afonso in for Daylor, who saw some minutes here in the second half. Busting in. Was Gardner.
Yeah, but this is, I think, tactically very smart from Coach Hyman. He's making quite a few changes where he's getting some of those players that have speed and pace and energy into the match. You see number 13, Rasmussen, just had the shot. You know, so he's in that central area to give a little bit more bite centrally.
Akindele, he's got the Badger goal. Ramirez knocked off there. Badgers throw it in. Alfaro. Alex Alfaro, sophomore from Illinois. Leaves it there for Klenig. Havix maintaining that energy here into the second half. Oh, the report is they were throwing them ice cream at the half. To try to figure my way down there. Now that I've heard that. Badger down on, is that Akindele? Knocked out by Klenig.
Well, this is just a hard tackle coming in, and that should be a yellow card. I mean, that's...
Yeah, we saw with Klenig in the opening half.
Yeah, that should be a yellow card. At least that one's from the side. The other one we saw two-footed, you know, straight on.
Yeah.
That's got to be a yellow card, because even if it's a dangerous play, regardless if you get the ball in your drag foot, that first foot is straight-legged and comes on and takes on top of the player.
Drag somehow retains possession. Far side, tried to push it back for Rasmussen. Taylor's going to check back in. This time for Kissy.
Yeah, and this is some tactical play by Coach Hyman of making sure that he has fresh legs up top to keep pushing the pace at this back line and not allow them to rest at all.
Daylor out in front, cleared out. Back for Daylor, he just can't get that left foot. Offsides.
'76 minute. So there's some heavy legs out there with the Heat. You can see Daylor just, he's standing in the offside position. It takes him too long to get back where he needs to be as that header comes from Afonso.
Off Daylor. Faro is there for the Badgers, now Leibel. Sliding tackle. Fortuitous bounce, Leibel. Turns. Afonso knocked off. Whistle called. Alfaro knocking him down. Marquez with one save. Cowdroy with 5. Badgers are going to have some wholesale changes coming in. They try to stay fresh. Off of Daylor. Way into the seats. Olafur Olafson. Jack Shaw. Charles Sprague getting set to come into the game. Track. Turns. Soft touch. Afonso. And another corner for the Lopes. Drac tried to keep it in. Guitar got in his way. Slide there by Drac.
Good effort by Drac, just giving a little defensive play in there. That's what you like to see from when you're midfield strikers, giving that extra effort when needed. And he's going to go to ground. You know, that's the sign of a leader. You know, someone that's willing to put his body on the line and in these final moments do whatever's necessary to make sure that your team wins.
Cowdroy comes off. Pressure applied there by Drac, and he had to kick it out. Whale into the seats, taking precious time off of the clock. Youngster retrieving that ball. Far side, chipped up. Cowdroy let it go, goal kick. Androyo is coming in for the Lopes. As we mentioned, those 3 Badgers coming in.
And this is all about fresh legs for the Lopes. Radia going out, so now you got some fresh legs centrally. You have Rasmussen and Androyo in the middle. And Androyo, I think, has been a little bit of an unsung hero for GCU, just doing a lot of the dirty work centrally, just kind of shutting things down, and getting up and challenging and just breaking up plays.
Brock, Klenek, Story out for the Badgers. Lopes in no hurry. Up 2-1. Radia and Kissy, goal scorers for GCU. Akindel for the Badgers. Guitar. Smith. Olafur Olafsson. Collision there and going down hard, holding that left knee. Hate to see this. Cramping. Ironically, it's a couple of Lopes. Training this dry heat.
And this comes in as
Smith.
Alex Smith that's going up, and as he comes down, he gets fouled from behind, just comes down a little awkwardly and gets a little bit of a cramp. Alex Smith, one of the players that, as I talked to Coach Hyman, told me that he challenged in the offseason and said that basically, I want to see you challenge yourself. And he came back into preseason, 15 pounds lighter than before. Now think about that, 15 pounds. And due to his work ethic and that ability, said that spot centrally, because of his dedication, and he showed the dedication, is his spot to lose.
That's tremendous. He's rewarded for his hard work. A little bit of a ricochet there. Marquez. That could have been trouble. Akindel been a threat. Of course, has the 1 goal for the Badgers. I should talk to Smith about his 15 pounds, man. I don't need. I could get rid of 15.
His diet and workout regimen. Yeah, that's you want to know what
it takes discipline. What is that?
Yeah,
what's that?
A lot of discipline to do that.
Well, chances aren't good then. Guitar. Trying to move. Olafsson in the corner. Headed out by the Lopes. Badgers putting some heat on. Guitar, look out. Lopes, you don't want any of this. Algroy way out as the Badgers trying to put some heat on to find the equalizer here in Phoenix.
And this is where they're feeling the pressure. This is where you got to do a little bit better if you're the Lopes. When you gain possession, you can't just kick it back up the field and give that possession away, because the team's going to come right back down at you. You got to find a way to make the passes. Have some players that are fresh, that have only been playing maybe a half or maybe 30, 40 minutes. Get them the ball to their feet and have them hold it. This is all about game management from this point on.
Cramping again. Hitting the Lopes. Drac hit the pitch. Kissie's going to check in for Drac. Wow, when you would have thought about both teams, you would have thought for sure. I think time was called. Not sure why the clock wasn't stopped. Now it is. Official time 83:22. Marquez with a nice kick. If you'd have had to pick one or the other between one of these two teams about who was going to have problems with cramping, you would have said Wisconsin, but it's been GCU here. Coachella's early in the week. Some heat here from the Wisconsin Badgers. Moving in. Tried to leave it there. Leibold is there. Bush back over and a nice play. Open real estate. Sam Gardner. Far side, Kissy. Trying to blow by Schlenker. Kissy.
We'll find the pass.
Back out. Far side, Afonso. Andreo. Up over the top.
A little bit hopeful off of Andreo off of that one. I think I would have liked it much better if he had continued to change the point of attack and find Jella on that far side where he's wide open. This is about game management. This is about, you know, more so than getting the next goal, it's in seeing the timeout and making sure that you get this victory.
Kissy had to stretch it out there. He just came in for Drac, and he's slow to come up the field. Cramping. Alex Ramirez takes a seat, takes a break. Media's over at the table. He'll be coming in. As you see Kissy trying to stretch it out. Right leg, it looks a little stiff. He's going to take a seat. And he wasn't out there very long at all. Trask talking to the official. The training staff coming out to help out Kissy. Gives the players a break to get hydrated. Let's send it down to Kate.
Yeah, we'll take this brief hydration break rather to bring you this report. The preseason all-WAC team. You see midfielder Josh Drack making that for GCU in his sophomore season, making the cut there. Leading the way is for Seattle is their goalkeeper. San Jose State also represented in that number 2 spot by their defender, Andy Rios. UNLV has a defender in there with Adam Muskowski. And then Seattle University get the nod for 3 players. UNLV followed by a couple players making the cut, as does Air Force.
Timo Malic, UNLV, we saw him. They still have a Muzovsky and Adam after Danny was a stalwart with the Rebels. Kissy out. Thunder's out. Don't see anybody out there cramping up with the Havocs. They stay. Gatorade, hydrated. They know they're here for the duration. So try to cheer on the Lopes to this season-opening victory over the 12th-ranked Badgers. I've seen their 2-0 halftime lead cut in half. crowd wants to, you know, the ball gets up there. It's like baseball, or they want to just hold on to it. They know they got to give it back.
Well, those balls the soccer balls are a little bit more expensive than a baseball.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Fonzo. Oh, that was close. Akindele. Radia. Giella. No call. Shaw. Live ball. Knocked off by Radia. Shot just wide. Bert Wilton.
Well, this is a great tackle as Radia comes in hard and strong, finds the ball into Wilton's feet. Wilton turns and just has a shot from distance. If he combines with Radia, Radia's in 1v goalkeeper.
Gets past to Fonzo. Isaac Schlenker, their captain, back over to Cowdroy. Headed up. Nice give and go. Live ball to Akindele. Look out. Corner kick coming up. Radia tried to argue. Looks like Akindele trying to gut it out. He's got the Badgers' lone goal. Scoring threat coming up for the Badgers. They look for the equalizer. The box. Loose ball. Marquez over there. Got a hand on it. Pushed out. Back to the Badgers. Trying to muscle their way back in. Turning, twisting. Alfaro into Marquez. Lopes survived the threat.
Well, that's weathering the storm a little bit, where you can just feel the pressure starting to pick up on GCU. And as there's multiple defenders here, but no one's able to get on the ball and stop this cross from even coming in. And you can't allow these type of plays where one individual like Alfaro to dance through your defense inside your own 18. Someone's got to be able to step up and close that down, preferably a combination of two.
Nice work by Alfaro. Andreo comes in, but Sprague, look out, he's dangerous. Julian Armaroli knocks it out. But another corner coming up for the Badgers.
Yeah, Armaroli initially gets caught out of position here, but he does an excellent job of a little make-up recovery run and on the last minute emergency defending.
Cowdroy way up the field. Marquez will watch that one past the goal line. How about Cowdroy? Marquez gonna set it down. Seconds remain. The official's gonna stop the clock, give Marquez a yellow card for delay.
See, now I understand this yellow card and why the referee does it, but I don't agree with it, because if that was any other time during the game, that card wouldn't have come out.
Badgers, did they have a threat here? Pushed up, Armaroli goes out. Clock not in the favor of the Badgers, but here they come. Pushed up by Qatar, up over the head, in the corner, racing after it. Olafson, but too far. Goal kick coming up. And the Lopes are on their way to winning their season opener 2-1 over the 12th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Six seconds remain. The kick by Marquez goes out of bounds. Radia Kissy enough to knock off the visiting Wisconsin Badgers. Shellis Hyndman wins his 488th career game. And the Lopes open up their season with a 2-1 victory.
Well, this is the way you want to do it. You knocked off a ranked opponent at home for your season opener. And I think, you know, the student body here is showing what they think about this.
The start of another school year. They're excited. A victory here this opening week of move-in. Shellis Hyndman paying compliments to a very good Wisconsin Badger team, and they're going to be right back in the thick of things, especially in the Big Ten Conference. Coming off as defending Big Ten tournament champions. If you want to be the best, you got to play the best. Shellis Hyndman knows all about that. Has a lot of respect for the Badgers. Badgers played the Lopes a year ago and beat them in Madison 3-1. But tonight in Phoenix, it's the Lopes on top 2-1 in this opening match. So a record crowd of well over 6,400 in attendance here at GCU Stadium sees the Lopes on top 2-1 in a game. Well, they certainly owned the opening half. The Badgers did. You didn't expect them to go away quietly. They responded in the second.
And this is how these games usually go when you go against a ranked opponent. You know, the coach gets them at halftime and has some words, and that ability comes out. And we saw Wisconsin play much better in the second half. But for me, this game was all about GCU and how they came out and responded to all the questions that we were asking. Would they be ready for this match? Could they perform in the season opener with so many changes? Could they have two players get some type of relationship with each other in Drac and Kissy when you have a player like Nikki Jackson leaving? And you know what? They answered resoundingly yes with all those questions in a positive way.
Let's go down to the pitch. Somewhere down there, that massive humanity is Kate Longworth.
Well, congratulations. Home opener in the books. You come out with a victory. What's it mean for the team to set the tone for the season, getting the victory here on your home field?
It's huge. It's huge. This is what we've been working for since the beginning. All preseason, we've been working hard, so we wanted to come out, give it to the fans, and hopefully we keep it rolling now.
What impressed you the most about your team's effort tonight?
You know, I thought we took the game to them in the first half. We created a bunch of scoring opportunities. And I think you saw the players really started getting heavy legs, you know, and that's because it's a new field. And it's, you know, even though it feels hard, it's soft. And there's a lot of sand underneath it. So for our guys to work as hard as they did, I'm so impressed with them.
And you guys have put a lot of hard work into practice. And you can only do so much when you're going up against your own teammates. Tonight you got to see another opponent. How did you feel like the chemistry of the team shined through tonight?
It was surprisingly well. Honestly, we had a lot of new faces, so we weren't very sure, but it came out really well, and everybody worked hard for each other, and we fought to the end. So I was happy with the guys, very proud.
And it's obviously early in the season, but what are you anticipating for the Lopes this season?
You know, if they can continue to grow as a team and continue to improve in areas, I think we'll be better than we was last year.
That sounds good. And Alex, obviously it's exciting to be in this type of atmosphere. After that victory, what does it mean to you? This is your senior season, and the crowd rushes to you guys here to celebrate. What is it from your vantage point? What is it like playing here?
Oh, I couldn't dream of anything better. I'd only want to be here, and I just thank God for it and everything else. It's amazing.
Well, you guys started it off on a great note. We wish you the best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, if this is what they do to celebrate in their home opener, we can only imagine what's ahead for GCU athletics this season.
No doubt about it.
Thank you.
They were so dehydrated, they must have drank all the Gatorade because Kate didn't get doused here on this game. It's just remarkable. But
everybody look it up.
Kate is going home dry tonight here in Phoenix. 2-1, the Lopes victorious over the 12th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Havocs are loving it. If you're a Lopes fan, you're loving it too. Keep it right here. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Baseball's back.
And so is Sanderson Ford with Grand Slam offers like this.
Get a new Ford Ranger for only $22,500. New F-150 Super Cruise from $34,500. We've loaded up the bases with Arizona's biggest selection of new Fords.
Don't miss these straight-up offers at Arizona's largest Ford dealership, Sanderson Ford.
We're also America's most awarded Ford dealership for complete customer satisfaction. We'll treat you right.
Sanderson Ford is a proud partner of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Back live at GCU Stadium, Barry Butel, Kobe Jones, Kate Longworth. So glad you could join us for GCU Soccer here tonight in this season opening match from Phoenix, Arizona. That 2 goals scored in that opening half by the Lopes. They held on after Akindel got the Badgers on the board.
Yeah, I think it was a great performance overall from top to bottom, within the team. The offense, defense played so well together. Goalkeeper as well. Maybe not as well in the second half, giving up that goal. I think they got a little bit complacent, but you know what? Overall, it's the result you want to start off your season.
Plenty of highlights in this one, that second half goal by the Badgers as well, as the Lopes had some cramping issues here in the second half they had to deal with.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk. We talked to Coach Hyman, and he had mentioned, that maybe his team wasn't as fit as they could be. That's something that will be handled as they play through the season. But I like the way that they handled that situation tactically. The coach kept switching players and bringing on energy into the side to keep testing that Wisconsin team.
It can't be understated, though, that Drac and Kissy combination and the Thunder and Lightning up front, it's going to be fun to watch and see develop.
I like that Thunder and Lightning reference you
I
got for
pushed it. Yeah.
Did you invent that? No. No, but they worked well together, and that's very important when you have two players that are just starting to come together to figure it out. And they figured it out very quickly against a very good Wisconsin defense, so that it's important that you have that understanding where Kissy likes to go up. He's that big, strong player, and you're going to have Drac underneath just kind of drifting where he wants to and create and play make.
All right, Kobe Jones, who's your player of the game?
Well, for me, I think it really is. It's Alex Radia. A little bit of an unsung player in everything that he does through the midfield, but what I love is he was giving it on the defensive side. As you can see, even in every moment throughout the game, he's sacrificing here in the last moments to be there to stop the shot that could have put in a situation to tie up the game, but Radia was all over the spot. And then earlier on, we saw his ability to continue his runs, to be persistent, and be that little gnat, as we like to say, that always kind of drifts in, is always around, and he gets in, and when necessary, burst of speed to get on the end of the ball to score the goal. So for me, Alex Radia, I think, was the player of the match because he gave it up for his side all over the field.
There you see Alex Radia, the player of the game for number 8. You saw him on both ends of the pitch, helping out defensively and then contributing offensively as well. As we take a look at our final stats, as the final score 2-1, as the Lopes take care of the 12th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Shots heavily in favor of the Lopes, shots on goal, as well as corner kicks, really putting a lot of that pressure on in the opening half. Fouls 13 for the Badgers, just 5 for the Lopes. And that attendance number, 6,648, a new record here on the campus of Grand Canyon University. Something to really fuel into the season, gives them that confidence taking on a 12th-ranked Badgers team. And I know Shella's kind of smiled there, and hopefully they'll bottle this up and continue on because they take on some pretty formidable foes before the Western Athletic Conference play starts up.
Yeah, they have tough opponents ahead, but you know what? This game gives them the confidence, as you said, going forward, where they can play 1 through 5. And it doesn't matter anymore because you played a team that's ranked, and you know what? You're saying, you know what? We beat them, we dominated them, and for us as a team, this was our first game. We're going to get better, and that's what they're looking at as they go forward through these matches. They're going to start thinking, and I know those players, I've been there, they're going to say, hey, we beat number 12, and we did very good against them. Well, we should be in that top 10 then. And that's it could be likely if it continues along these routes.
Yep, Creighton comes in a week from tonight, another top team in the NCAAs for Wisconsin. I'm sure they'll regroup, and they'll be right there in the thick of things in the Big Ten Conference. Well, we want to remind you that our next telecast will be, it'll be on October 30th. Scott Williams, Kate Longworth, and myself, Montana State Billings, will be at the arena as they take on the GCU men's basketball team. Kate will have the pregame show at 6:30, so we hope you tune in right here on the Yearview network of stations. But that'll do it for now from GCU Stadium, where tonight the Lopes beat the Wisconsin Badgers 2-1. For Kate Longworth, Kobe Jones, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful evening.